So Patricia, thanks for jumping on. I wanted to record, a quick 5-minute video message to business owners, and I wanted to connect a simple message is that in sales and in marketing, you can contact anybody, but you can't sell to everybody. You've got
So
to start to
correct.
pick. So talk to me a little bit about, when it comes to marketing, how do businesses typically choose who they're going to market to?
Well, some will when we get into an engagement, a lot of times they're just playing whack-a-mole, right? They're just throwing it all out there and hoping they catch some. And some of what we do aligns with exactly what you do is helping them identify who is your customer. It's not everybody. It can't possibly be everybody. And sometimes it's not even who they think it is. There, you really need to do some research of what does your perfect client look like? What does your perfect customer look like? Um, and it may not be, the big fish, the big whale that they've been trying to catch and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to capture. It may be 10 small to mid-sized businesses who are great clients for them. So a lot the same, right? And how do they do that? They should be doing it through research. They should be capturing the data of the folks who are their clients and taking time to really map out, okay, what made that a really successful engagement?
It's funny because as much as salespeople or as marketing people throw everything against the wall and hope for the best, salespeople basically prospect anybody that will talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sitting on a wealth of data from people that are already clients. And what I know is it's the Pareto principle, right? 80% of a company's revenue typically comes from roughly 20% of their clients.
Yep. Yep.
And so when we start to do some research with our clients and we say, okay, let's look at your prospecting plan, let's look at your sales plan. And they say, well, we're going to call on all these people. I'm like, well, let's start with what you already get money from. And let's see if we can do more of that, because that's their best opportunity to expand. And the funny thing is, I've been doing this for 20 years now, and I look at a lot of small businesses and they'll come up with a marketing plan with an outside agency, and they'll come up with a sales plan with an internal manager, and they'll pretend that those two things have different targets and different goals and different focuses, and they never connect them.
Which doesn't work. I mean, we can create the most beautiful website or collateral or handout or messaging or SMS campaign, whatever. We can connect all, we can create all of that. But if your sales message and we can't close the deal, right? We can't prospect, we can't close it. And I think a lot of, to your point about the 80-20 rule, is a lot of times folks forget their current client base in that. Like, your current clients are your best referral base resource for other business, and they just kind of leave them, oh yeah, we sold to them, they're good, and they don't remember to nurture those relationships. And so much of this marketing and sales is relational. It's like being on a date. You don't just say, hey, buy this. You gotta have a date.
It's funny. So I just had my 25th wedding anniversary, and one of the examples I use is if I didn't treat my wife like she was still a prospect, I probably wouldn't get to anniversary 26.
That's
right? You still have to
exactly
appreciate
right.
the person that you're with. You still have to, your clients want to be prospected. They want you to find new opportunities. They want you to tell them if something's not good. The last thing I want to do is have my best client come to me and say, hey, your biggest competitor, they came to me, they pointed out this problem. Why didn't you fix it? You're fired.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So you've got that from the sales side, but then also, marketing, if it's done right, simply creates conversations that salespeople want to have.
Right.
And
exactly.
if the marketing people don't know what the salespeople want to talk about, or the salespeople don't know what the marketing team is talking about, then both groups are destined to fail.
Right.
And so
And you would be, yeah.
I think the best advice, that I could give a small business owner that has a sales team and does marketing is put those people in the same room and make them have a conversation about what they're trying to accomplish, rather than simply salespeople asking for brochures and marketing people wondering why the salespeople don't close anything.
Right, exactly. And I think my advice to a lot of folks is, if you're going to hire a marketing firm, go to that expense and time and effort, and it's a whole thing, as we all know. Then let them work with your internal people. Don't put a block between them. We need access to, I want to create a strategic marketing plan based on measurable objectives. That means that I want your sales reports monthly or quarterly. I need to see how we're moving the needle. I can look on the website and see the leads we're driving, or what other campaign measurables we have, but I need access to that. It's important.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up. So I'll say to anybody
Perfect.
that's listening, is a small business owner, part of this group, if you're struggling to figure out who your typical, acceptable, and ideal clients are, give me a call, 317-678-8800.
Perfect.
Tricia,
Thanks,
want to
Matt.
wrap it up? Thanks.